So I'm on the train to New York. Lots of snow outside. It's really pretty actually. I was quite worried that it was going to be a total failure, especially when it started snowing last night and I woke up this morning and snow everywhere, and also then when I got to the station it said bus replacement. I was like, bus replacement all the way to New York. But yeah, it's good. So we're back together again.
We're back.
This time in the US of A. Yes, it's cold.
Big props to Greyhound, who got me here quickly.
And to Amtrak.
Yeah.
Travelled separately, obviously.
Travel together.
No. It's just a general rule in life, I think. So we're going to walk along here and eventually get to the Ground Zero Memorial. And then later on, meeting Heather and Tom.
It's November the 29th, or 11:29 as they say here.
It is, and here we are in Grand Central. Grand it is indeed. Yes.
The subway anyway.
Yeah, the roof is quite nice.
Yeah.
And this is your first time in New York, isn't it, you?
Yes.
We've had a nice day together, haven't we, Dan? Yeah.
It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big Mac and I have been here with Alex over on those steps. We sat there for quite a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good morning, New York, isn't it? It's a new day, the first full day here in York.
The new version.
And we're starting the day with a New York breakfast. Where are we going then today?
We're going to Staten Island. And then, as they say in Yorkshire, the original, we're going to play it by ear.
Well, we're on the ferry back from Staten Island.
Yeah.
That was Staten Island. The less than a minute of Staten Island
I
that
see.
we enjoyed.
So it wasn't a prolonged trip then?
Well, I mean, it was an excursion. It was a day out, I suppose, but most of it spent on the ferry.
I
What do you
see.
think of Staten Island, Tom?
But I thought it was quite nice.
Quaint.
Yeah.
Quaint.
I see.
So I'm at the top of the Empire State Building. I guess I should have come up here because last time I went to Rockefeller. That purpley building is Rockefeller, and that's where Heather and Tom are now, so you can wave at them. Well, since Staten Island's been a very busy day. Well, actually, I filmed a little bit up at the top of Empire State. But so I've been at the Empire State Building, then I went to Macy's and had a look around their windows, which is cool. And now we're having dinner. Our drinks are here now, so. So it's a new day. I've just been to GMA with Max, and that was good. We sat through the show, some pictures on Facebook, and now I've just met with Heather and Tom at the UN. So I'm now back from the UN, which was an interesting experience, enjoyable. Wasn't allowed to film in there though. That's where I've just been. It's international territory, so it's not in the United States. I've sent some special postcards from there which have a special UN stamp, and I've got the stamp in my passport, so that's good. And in a minute I'm going to Philadelphia. This building here is the Independence Hall. This is where things happened, where the British lost America. So sad day I think for all. In here is the Liberty Bell, might go see that.
That's the screen.
So apparently what I have to eat in Philadelphia is a cheese steak. So this is, I've got one here, the original one. It's got like gooey plasticky cheese in it, so that's like proper American. So here is Philadelphia City Hall, or PCH as I call it. So here I am at the top of Philadelphia City Hall, which is the tallest masonry building in the world. This guy up here is William Penn, and he has a big hand. So that's very interesting. So here I am, waking up this morning in Boston. This is a room in the Hyatt. Got 2 beds, didn't need them obviously, but never mind, life goes on. Now what can we see out here? Well, just over there, where those old buildings are, that's Downtown Crossing, the kind of centre of the shopping area. That's where the nearest T is, which is like the underground. That gold dome over there is the state capital, Massachusetts state capital. It's one of the oldest actually in the US. I shall go and take a picture of that later. There's also some construction works on the top of that roof, which is of course very interesting. Over there in the distance is kind of towards Harvard and Cambridge. I will also be going there. Now I'm just walking around Harvard. Looks very English, kind of Georgian architecture. Don't really know what there is to see here, but I just thought it would be good to say that I have visited Harvard. And actually now I will proceed to read a Wikipedia page so that I can say I studied at Harvard. This is the centre of Cambridge, not to be confused of course with Cambridge. Now, some of you may be looking at this clip and thinking, ah yes, that looks like Copley Plaza. And you would be correct. This building here is Trinity Church. Here is the John Hancock Centre. And over here is the Boston Public Library. It's the old State House, site of the Boston Massacre. I've somehow wangled myself into the State House. Now this area is Boston Common. Oh, very Christian. This is a very interesting church here. I don't usually film graveyards, but this was very interesting because all the graves are like half covered in soil. I am taking the train to Wonderland. This is all a bit like kind of Covent Garden area. So, what a morning it is. Here we are in New York.
It's a gorgeous sunny day.
Waking up. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, I thought you were in Boston.
And you thought we were in Washington, DC.
But for some reason, we've managed to meet in a bed in New York. Now,
As you do.
That's of course very interesting. Me slipping in, of course, around 3:30 in the night. This will probably be the end because I'm not going to see you once we depart from this hotel. Well, this bed, yes.
Well, I think it's ciao for now, isn't it?
Ciao. That's what they used to say on that program. Ciao.
Oh yes.
For now.
Ciao.
Ah, yes. Are you going to wave? Done.
Bye.